Today's video topic, stop playing so small. It's more consistency and studying of the market than you guys realize. Advertising, sales, products. 3 things you need for a successful business. I feel like one of the main things we're seeing as an epidemic in today's world with people, entrepreneurs, is they're playing small. They want a lot, right? They have huge goals, they have huge dreams, huge aspirations, but they play small, right? Now, how do you stop playing small? Well, first of all, it's hard to stop playing small because you don't want to be a fucking fake person, right? You don't want to fake it till you make it. In some cases, it might work for some people, but me personally, just wasn't the way I like to do things, right? So the real way to do it is you make the most out of what you have. Now, the problem is that most people are not cut out for making the most out of what they have, right? Most people are not cut out for what they say they want out of business, what they say they want out of life. When it really comes down to it, it's hard to actually navigate those situations, make the right decisions, and keep your business propelling forward while, maintaining everything you have going on around you, right? So, one of the main things that you guys can do to really stop playing small is start taking advantage of every resource you have, right? And that's the reason why I preach so hard about social media, why I preach so hard about these things, because you need to ask yourself, right, what tools do I have that really give me the best opportunity right now to grow, to get to the point that I want to be at? And I mean, there's only really one way right now, guys. There's a fucking golden fucking mine of social media, like a gold mine of social media, where you could literally just start posting and within months change your fucking life. So why the fuck wouldn't you do that, right? I mean, I know for a fact I would not be driving a Maybach right now. I would not have a McLaren sitting at my house. I would not have an old school. I would not have the house I have. I would not be making the money I have if it wasn't for social media, if it wasn't for the businesses that I started and the way I decided to document that religiously over the past few years on social media. So if any part of you is hoping that some magic fucking opportunity is just gonna land in your lap and you're gonna get some fucking, so to speak, record deal and just have a bunch of money appear in your bank account and you're gonna start fucking killing it because one of your videos is gonna go viral, you are living in a motherfucking Disneyland fantasy fucking story, and I'm sick of that shit. Because a lot of y'all motherfuckers think this shit is luck. It's never luck. It's strategic placement, and honestly, it's more consistency and studying of the market than you guys realize, right? There's too many patterns for this to still be luck. If you guys can't notice patterns, you're just fucking stupid at this point, all right? And I don't want you fucking listening to my videos anyways, right? But if you notice the patterns, you see here that there's people with little to no talent that stand out not much from others, and they are going viral because of just being themselves, because just showing their personality, being authentic, really truly makes them stand out in a saturated market where everyone is trying to play perfect. Everyone's like, oh, well, I don't want to post until my tattoos are perfect, or I don't want to post until my work is where I want it to be, or I don't want to post till my business is at this point and my new shop is set up like this, or I don't want to post till, I don't want to start selling an online digital product and teaching people till I get to this point in my business. Well, what about the point you already made it to, right? What you guys fail to realize is that point that you already made it to, if you would have documented that process, that would have been where you built the trust along the way that would have propelled you into the next level. So that's why I preach so much, like I said, about social media, guys. Stop playing small and start using every tool you have so you can make the most out of the opportunities that are going to present themselves. But opportunities will not fall into your lap. You are not more deserving than the next person until you do more work than the next person, right? You need to stand out a certain way. And for you to be able to stand out, you need to take advantage of every single tool that you have. So, for anybody that's wondering, okay, well, Raph, you convinced me. I want to start building my business. I want to start using social media, all this stuff. How do I do that, right? What I want you guys to think is not how to do it, but how can you actually make it a part of your daily life to start documenting what you're already doing? Most people think that making content is making content, but it's less about making content and more about documenting the right parts of the day so that you don't miss out on the actual content that is going to build trust with potential clients. And what I mean by content is like the actual bulk of showing your business, the ins and outs of your business, so people trust you to spend money in your business. And then when you do that over a long enough period of time, then you raise your rates, so you're charging a high rate, and you can actually build the business without just continuously trading your time for money. This is actually all pretty important stuff, guys, and I want you guys to think about this very carefully. because if you go about this the right way, you can literally make a huge difference in your life in terms of building a following in a short amount of time. Realistically, you can, right? And I'm not trying to sell anybody on some sort of like get rich quick scheme, because that's not at all what this is. If you think that any part of this in entrepreneurship is going to be easy, then like I said, you're living in a fucking fantasy land. But what I do think is that the tools that we have are a little bit more rewarding than you guys would think at the point that we're at with what's going on. There are tools out there that are super rewarding and have a great potential for bringing you a big return. Anyways, that's my sign to you guys today, to just go out there and start fucking chasing shit, bro. Start fucking working hard, honestly, because these opportunities are gonna slip through your fingers quicker than you could imagine. Anyways, guys, one of the main things I want you to take from this is just the simple fact that the proof of what you can do is out there. Just a few years ago, I was a fucking little loser, right? Even look at Zay a year ago. Zay's driving a little Chevy fucking Cruise, right? Not getting to it like that, like he wanted to. Now he's driving a fucking Demon, hitting insane months, making more money in months than guys I know that are 10 years plus in the game with 100,000 followers, right? Because it's not about the skill of the man, it's about the will of the man. Deadass. Like, that's a fire ass fucking quote that I heard in that song by Kodak, but it's so fucking true, bro. It's not about the skill of the man, it's about the will of the man. It's so much more than just the surface level product. Now, don't get me wrong, you need 3 things to have a really successful business. You need really good product, you need a lot of views, whether that's by ads or organic, and you need really good sales, right? Advertising, sales, product. 3 things you need for a successful business, right? So no one's denying that. You still need a really good product, and that alone, not having a good product alone will hold you back so much, right? So main thing you need to understand is, what are the bottlenecks in your business? What is holding you back right now, right? What are the top things you need to focus on? What are the top action steps that you can implement immediately that are going to get you to the next level, right? If you can, hire professionals to help you, right? This is one thing I wish I would have done a long time ago. I wish I would have hired professionals to help me rather than trying to do everything myself, right? Even when it came to doing the walls in my tattoo shop, my old tattoo studio, I wanted to go the cheap way about it. I didn't want to go with the landlords guys because they wanted to charge me a couple more $1,000, and I went the cheap way and ended up paying the price later on. So the same types of things happen when it comes to growing your business, in the sense of actually putting together professionals that know more than you, so you don't spend more money later down the line, right? And I think one of the main things also here, when it comes to even me, I've grown so much in the sense of organic client acquisition. I can do 30 to 60 million views just on my personal page, and I can do 100+ million views a month easily and get tons of organic client acquisition to my business, but I'm not the best at running advertisements. So what do you think I'm doing? The first thing I'm gonna do is invest that money into having someone help me run advertisements for my other businesses, right? Because I'm not an expert at that. I don't have a proven track record of making money in that. It'll end up costing me more to try to figure it out on my own than if I just put my pride to the side and asked someone for help who knew what they were doing way more than me. So another thing too that I wish I would have done sooner was put my pride and my ego to the side and just ask for help. Now, if you guys are wondering what is holding you back in your business, and you guys want to do an audit of your business to really see where you can improve, go ahead and send me a message on Instagram. You know, send me a DM and let me know what you feel like you're struggling with in your business, and I'll see if I can help you come up and really pinpoint the main bottlenecks that are holding you back. Now, don't get me wrong too, guys. I get hundreds of DMs a day, you know, thousands of DMs a week. So I can't respond to everybody, and there are a lot of people applying to my one-on-one program and trying to join my program and my elites, because I do work with a lot of elite clients on building their business, but I will help you as much as I can. That's why I put out tons of free resources on my page. So if you ever have questions, like I said, send me a DM. If you ever want free resources, I'm gonna keep posting plenty of stuff on my YouTube, plenty of stuff on my Instagram, and I'm just getting started. But I want all of you to have the right mindset and tools that you need to be able to get to the next level. So keep killing it. In 2026, make growing your business a priority. You'll thank yourself for it. And keep fucking grinding.